Studying abroad, it is one of the biggest dreams for millions of students. We imagine world-class universities, freedom, a modern lifestyle, and a bright future. But what most people don't talk about is the other side of this dream. Behind every smiling Instagram photo, there are countless stories of struggle, adjustment, and reality check. So today's let's talk honestly, not to scare you, but to prepare you about the true reality of studying abroad. And before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to Rozgar Buzz, your trusted channel for honest career guidance and real-world education insights. Before talking that flight and saving goodbye to your comfort zone, it is important to know what life abroad really look like. We will go through the complete journey, starting from the why studying choose to go to abroad Why students choose to go to abroad, the hidden financial reality, culture shock, academic pressure, loneliness, and what happened after graduation. Because the truth is, studying abroad is not just about education, it's about surviving, growth, and transformation. Let's look at it through the eyes of thousands of students who have actually lived this experience. The dream of studying abroad starts with excellent and experiment and excitement. New country, new friends, a better future. You see ads, influencers and universities showing the best side, bright campus, happy students and successful careers. Yes, those things exist, but hidden behind the glamour is that effort it takes to reach there. Endless paperwork, language tests, visa struggles and emotional goodbyes. Once you land there, it is not like a movie, it is a real life. You have to adjust, manage everything alone, and start from zero. It is the biggest task for any student. Then that's when you realize studying abroad isn't a dream vacation. It is a test of your patience, maturity, and mental strength. Money, the biggest and the most silent struggle. People often see struggling abroad as a symbol of success, but they rarely talk about the price behind it. Tuition fees can goes up to 50 to 60 lakhs, and the cost of living adds more than 10 to 15 lakh a year. Even daily expenses like food, rent, transport are 10 to 5 to 10 times that what you paid in India. And when you add a health insurance, textbook, emergency cost, the amount becomes overwhelming. Many students depend on education loan, believing that they will repay them after getting a job abroad. But when the job market is tight, it becomes hard. That's why every Indian student must plan financial carefully, make a realistic budget, find scholarships, and understand currency exchange before one wrong assumption can turn a dream into a debt. For me, financial planning is very must if you want to or if you think to go to abroad because money is the only biggest and the most silent struggle that you will face in the abroad. Now we will talk about academically. Life abroad is completely different from Indian universities. Professors don't remind you about deadlines. You are expected to manage your time like a professional. Classes are research-based, discussions are encouraged, and assignment requires critical thinking. You might spend nights reading journals, preparing presentations, or working on group projects with students from all over the world. At first, it feels intimidating, especially when you are competing with the native speakers who understands the system better. But gradually, you adapt. You learn how to express ideas confidently and reference properly. And the thing beyond textbooks, it's tough, but it is worth it is because the discipline and worth ethics can gain abroad will stay with you for life. Academic life abroad is completely different from Indian universities. This is the main thing that you have to remember always. And pressure to maintain GPA for visas or scholarship, communication and presentation skills demand, and academic shocks. This also you have to adjust. And for the key reality, independent also. Now we will talk about Now let's talk about the real life outside the classroom, where the biggest lesson you are learned. Moving to a new country means stepping into a different culture, language, and lifestyle. These are the main topics. You may face situations where people don't understand your accent, or you can't find food that tastes like your home. Sometimes you even face stereotypes or isolation, or maybe sometimes racism or discrimination. But the weekends that you looked fun on social media often turn into a long hour of homesickness. Many students start to appreciate their family more than ever. But this phase also helps you grow. You become more independent, emotionally strong, and self aware. Slowly, you learn to balance both worlds, staying rooted in your own culture while adapting to a new one. This is the most important thing we will not talk, but this is the main challenge. This is the main challenge outside the classroom, where the biggest lesson you are learned that moving to a new country, stepping into it, means you have to totally different from your Indian aspects like your culture, language, lifestyle. You feel racism, discrimination from others, but you have to accept it or rooted in your culture while adapting to the new one. Now, part time jobs are often seen as the savior of students abroad, but let's face the reality. They are not easy to get and they are not glamorous. You might work in supermarkets, delivery, or restaurant, or a Pizza Hut, or a gas station. Jobs that require physical efforts and a long hours. And even then, you can work only 20 hours a week legally. The pay helps you survive, but rarely enough to save or pay tuition fees. Balancing studies and work becomes a daily challenge. Attending more lectures, rush to job shift, return home tired, and still study for assignments. It is a true grind, but it teaches resilience. You start valuing every penny and develop a strong work ethics. That's why most successful students don't look down on part-time work. They see it is a stepping stone to a real independence because part-time jobs are often seen as a savior for students abroad because it is not easy to get and it is not as glamorous as you seen in the social media. Now we will talk about this is the one topic many people completely must misunderstand or you think there is many misconceptions in the market. That is, students often think once you study abroad, you can easily get a job, visa, PR, permanent residence, but immigration does not work like that. Every country has strict rule, timeline, and point-based system. Your field of study, skill shortage list, and a local job experience matter a lot. Sometimes, despite good grades, students struggle to find sponsorship or get rejected for a PR because of changing policies. That's why it is important to keep realistic expectations for to go for education, not escape. If you plan properly, gain experience, follow your all the rules and also checking out the new policy that was made by the government and you will succeed. But shortcuts never help. I see many Indian students especially using shortcuts to get PR or to settlement. But this is not the right way. Always choose a legal way to stay in that country because it help in your long run like you are getting visa or a permanent residence. The students who truly succeed abroad aren't necessarily the smartest. They are the most prepared. They research earlier, choose the right course, network with professors, and stay focused. These are all the main keys that the real path to success. They treat education like an investment, not a vacation. Instead of spending all their time on part-time jobs, they are focusing on building resumes, join clubs, volunteering, and interning in their field. They understand that skill, not degree, creates success. If you want to stand out abroad, build a professional network, master communication, always keep learning. That's how you turn your foreigner degree into a global career. Now, so what's the truth about studying abroad? It is not a fairy tale, it is a mix of dreams and difficulties. You will face loneliness, stress, and a self doubt, but you will also grow in the way you never imagined. The experience teaches you to manage finance, handle pressure, and become mentally strong. Before you go, ask yourself, am I ready emotionally and financially? If the answer is yes, go for it with full preparation because studying abroad isn't about running away from India. It's about discovering your true potential in the world. And remember, success abroad starts along with your flight. It begins with the clarity, planning, and courage. So, this is the real for me, it is the main key takeaways that you have always learned that plan realistic, financial, mentally, and academically. Choose based on career goals and not trends. The world open doors for those prepared to walk through them, not for them that they are only going for a vacations. So always stay true to yourself. Thank you so much for your watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to Rozgar Buzz for more real student stories, career guidance and study abroad facts that no one tell you. At Rozgar Buzz, we don't sell dreams. We share the truth that helps you build your and remember dreams only work when you do. So stay focused, stay positive, and make your study abroad journey worth remembering. See you in the next video. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching.